That is the only difference.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, masters.
Sir, I will log off, sir. It is too late for me.
I know that is the reason. That is the reason why we have so many.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, masters.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
Then, bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Yeah, good night. And yeah.
Yes, we are live.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, now what I would like to do is, okay, no, this is not relevant. Before I go into the depth, there is some few fundamental questions and some declarations. Before I start with all that, I have a basic question. I want to hear one or two people from the perspective of what are they expecting from this situation, from this session. I have already had a word with Lalita Garu. She has given me some inputs, right? So can a few people please give me that input? Because the subject is so vast that I am highly capable of going overboard. Can somebody ask a question, please?
Masters, whatever questions you have during our unified sessions, like because we are dealing with a unified practice, so you can ask any kind of questions related to that so that we'll have that particular knowledge and we can improve our meditation with the unified.
One more commitment I will give. From now onwards, every day I will join the regular session also of yours, whenever it is possible.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. If there are no questions, it's very easy.
Go ahead.
No. Then I can say, please read the book and we are done.
Yeah, Shruti.
Yes,
I would like to say something. Sir,
Yeah.
if you could explain us about all the dimensions that you talk about always, 12 dimensions.
That will be too much at a beginning stage. I will do it probably in my second wisdom sharing session.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect, sir. Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Shruti Master, go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, hello, sir. My question is
Yes,
like, while doing unified course, starting of the week, I feel like in a trance state, unable to hear the guidance some of the time. By the during end of the week, okay, I could able to follow the instructions also. How to improve those kind of situations.
How to improve our awareness? I can like modify the question, sir. How to improve our awareness?
Yes.
Because even I have that problem.
Okay, very good. See, first let us start with, even if this calls for multiple sessions, I am willing to do it. So don't worry. Don't focus on my presentation screen. Okay. First, let us clarify the fundamental doubts, right? So, how long have you been meditating, Shruti ma'am?
From last 2.5 years.
Okay.
Sometimes it is not frequent also.
Okay. That is evident from your question itself. You know why? When we are living this life, right? Our materialistic life, we are stressed from various perspectives. We are feeding the physical body. But beyond the physical body, are we feeding anything? Like your energy body, etc.? So that body is becoming tired. Are you with me? So when you sit in meditation, you are also closing your fingers. You are crossing your ankles and you're closing your eyes. Why are we doing that? Not
Gaining some
because someone
energy
said
and
easy.
calming.
See, 80% of your energy is dissipated by the eyes. How it is dissipated, I will explain. Then 10% through the hands, 10% through the feet. These are the open to the external components in the world, correct? Rest of it is all one single contiguous portion. These are the ones which are, right? So now what is happening is, every thought, in a day, how many thoughts do we get?
I heard some
After started doing meditation, it got reduced.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But do you know how many thoughts we get?
72,000.
No, not 74, not
76,000.
exact. Anywhere 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day. Okay. Almost about 8 hours is lost by the sleep, etc., where the thoughts are generally minimized. So I am excluding those 8 hours. So in 16 hours, if you are getting 64,000 for the ease of calculation, right? In an hour, how many are you getting? 4,000?
approximately.
Correct?
4,000.
So that means in a minute, how many are you getting?
Around
400.
No,
Around 400. Now 400 by 60, in second, how many are you getting?
40.
Almost the same. Almost, right? Do you know every thought consumes energy?
Yes.
Right? Every thought consumes energy. And you are feeding only the physical body. What about your pranic body, your etheric body, your mental body, and so on? All they need only energy. They are not inside you. Right? So meditation is the media available for you to increase. But because you have not been regulating your energies within the body properly, there are going to be blockages. Okay. It is like a half-fed child. Are you getting me?
Yes.
Now, when the child is half-fed, right? It is going to resist, it is going to protest, and so on. Yes or no?
Yes.
So, that is where, right? When the body is tired, once you have started, you said the first week, when you have restarted the regular practice of meditation, initially, every energy that you take in goes to coming to a stable state. Are you getting me? All of you? Right?
Yes.
So that is the reason why when the body needs sleep, it will take sleep and so on. You think it is trance, actually it is sleep also.
Okay.
Okay. Now, once that energy is taken care, right, then what happens is your consciousness starts increasing. That means you are able to think properly, you are able to complete all the tasks properly. That is as far as the physical existence on this plane is concerned. But you are still continuing to take energy. You have learned how to control your energy, right? So then your consciousness starts moving upward. Correct. Now, you are existing in, some books will say you have got 5 lead body. Annamaya kosha, pranamaya kosha, manomaya kosha, vijnanamaya kosha, anandamaya kosha, and then nirvanamaya kosha, and so on. Correct? Have you heard of
Yes.
those?
Yes.
Right. Now, let us go one level above. Some people say, like Archangel Ariel, she has channeled a beautiful book that is known as What is Light Body, that is posted in the other group. You can ask Kirti, she will circulate it. Yeah. Now, we are all light bodies and we exist in 12 different dimensions. Just keep that in the mind background. We are not going into the details today. Okay. Now, let us understand the structure of the universe. Our over self is generally as, oh, I'm not sharing the picture. One sec, let me just share the picture. Okay. This picture is taken from Lobsang Rampa's book, You Forever. Okay. So what is this indicating? This is your over self or your complete soul. Okay. Now, how did this soul come about? I will talk about in the universe and structure. And then what is this embodied soul and all that. But just as since a picture has been put here, I just want to give you that intro. This is your over self. That in order to meet certain criteria, it is breaking itself into multiple components. Some are coexisting within the same time. Some are life after life. Okay. And they are existing across the universes. Are you with me so far?
Yes, sir.
Right. So let us understand what is the structure of the universe. And then how do we identify what these are? Okay. So I have taken this from the model that has been explained in Thinking and Destiny, and a little bit of Theosophical Society books. Why Thinking and Destiny? Patriji sir has very clearly said that Thinking and Destiny is such a powerful book that it is the Bhagavad Gita of the next century. Okay. Now, we may get across the feeling that some of this is abstract. Okay. Are you with me? Right. So, let us understand and go into the depth of it. So, we all have heard about Big Bang Theory. Yes?
Yes.
Right. Now, Big Bang Theory resulted in multiple explosions. One of the explosion, which is known as the nebula constellation, from that constellation, the explosion slowly settled down. The impact of the explosion settled down. And what got created was ether, fire, air, water, and earth crust, components of earth. When it completely cooled down, it broke down into these 5 elements. These are also known as Panchabhutas, which everyone is aware of. People have heard at least, right? If they are not aware of what it is. People have heard the word Panchabhutas, right? And everything on the earth is a manifestation out of the Panchabhutas. Some in that element form itself, some as a reaction out of that, the interaction out of the energies consisting within. And so we will understand that there are nature and elements in all this. Now, take this further. What is the universe? What are the things that are happening in the universe? It is in a state of continuous change, progressing and evolving both. There is no rocket science in this much. Very clear to all, right? Okay. Now, what came out of this is the planet Earth. After breakdown of the planet Earth, as it started cooling down, the nature units came out. Yes, that existed in certain conditions, which we will see in the next slide. In the outcome of this, what happened was even life started coming up. The combination of these elements, right? The first kind of life that came onto this universe is the mineral life or mineral kingdom, right? The mineral kingdom, which consisted of all these elements, they came up as they interacted amongst themselves and they became what came out of the interaction can be considered to be the protoplasma. What came out of protoplasma? What is the basis you think that is part of the protoplasma? Anybody? Anyone here who has studied science? Tell me, anyone who has studied science? What came out of protoplasma? What is
Water.
this?
Somebody replied. Jaya replied water.
Okay. Jaya, think a little bit. Protoplasma slowly became the plant kingdom. Botany. The foundation of botany is protoplasma. Okay. And the interaction between these elements continued. The life and all that continued. And that gave rise to what we call protozoa. What is the branch of science that came out of protozoa and the reaction? Zoology. Right? So zoology, where did it lead? Did that become the foundation for the mammals and the birds? Okay. The reaction continued, and at one stage, right? So till now, what was available? The atmospheres were available. There was a form, a structure. Where did the form come from? What is Akash? Anybody? In your 5 elements,
Ether.
ether. So what is that ether? What is contained in that ether?
Gases. And
Okay. Gases and what else? Those gases formed a particular pattern. Okay. And the other elements like fire, air, water, and earth crust joined together in the pattern that was defined in the ether, and that is how all these kingdoms evolved. Okay, this is just the foundation. This is very important to understand the theme there. So far, any questions? Don't go into the why, just understand the process. This is the process of progression and right. So now this breath joined it, giving it life from mineral. Minerals also have a life, but that's of a different kind. It is the plants have a life, animals have a life. Then the next stage was human. At that time, the breath that was continuing acquired a shape of intellect, and a soul with consciousness came into it. Now, what is this consciousness? Where did it come from? I mean, sorry, not consciousness. What do you call that? Our Chaitanyam. Chaitanyam is consciousness. Conscience. Right? The intellect part. Now, let's look at the structure of what is happening in the universe. In the universe, there was one region occupied by what is known as the realm of intelligence, or those souls that were level 1, first level division of the Paramatma. The Paramatma separated some souls which were part of the Paramatma, first had the level of separation. This in the theosophical pattern is known as the monads. And in our language, it is the Indraloka, the gods. Okay. Now, all of these, then you had the next level of breakaway from the one source. That was known as the dyad. And those are the independent souls or the higher selves. Are you with me so far? It is either higher selves or people call it the over self.
So this orange one is a realm of higher selves?
No, that is permanence. That is known as permanence, but yes, the over selves, or as we call it, or higher self.
Okay.
Okay. The one realm of intelligence is, all these are direct images of the God, but levels of separations are increasing. Just like our father, mother, we were born. Then we started our own family. First level of separation from the parent. Correct? Then our children, that became the second level of separation. Then third level of separation, which is theirs is the life today and ours is the guidance today. This is what we are experiencing in life, right? The same structure exists with the so the first breakaway, the realm of permanence, right? All these are, if I use the word Shiva, they are the amshas of Shiva under the names of God, let us say, who our higher self. Let's say that we call them gods, or they are the ultimate energy representative of each individual soul that is today existing on life. Okay. I don't know if people are following, not following. I would appreciate some yes, no, all right.
Yes, sir.
Right. So someone is understanding. Right. Now, this is our triune self, or the representative broken down into Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar. The qualities originate there. Okay. God, G standing for generator, O standing for operator, and D standing for destroyer. Right? Many masters have used this example. Right? So now, if we take generator, operator, destroyer, what are the core skills that are required as a generator? You need to know, you need to have knowledge,
Yeah.
correct? And you need to know identity. What is I-ness? Because if you can't define I-ness, how will you create? Right? Likewise, you have thinker. Thinker is the operator. What does the operator require? He requires two basic qualities. Rightness, right? Righteous way, everything. Because you are talking about the qualities of God.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Balance.
rightness, and the other one is there has to be reason so that you can interpret the rightness. Okay. Now, the law for a child will be different from the law for a grown-up. So those kind of reasons, etc. are required. You are going to encounter that situation. So rightness and reason. Okay. Now, doer. Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar. Not Shiva, Maheshwar. Which is a breakdown or separation from the ultimate Shiva. All these three are separations from Shiva only. The triune self, the ultimate. Right? So, doer. Doer has got two things, which is the quality of feeling and the quality of desire. So far clear? Okay. Now, right? There are various implementations, representations, and that we will skip for the moment and go into the next part of this slide. Okay. So I said doer, right? Knower and thinker are very clear. They have got two qualities which are very important. Right. Now, these three, that is knower, thinker, doer, together is the triune self, which is also the over self or the complete self. Is that very clear now?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, what happens is,
So all these three together is called triune self.
correct,
Okay.
because they are in one body. They have got a body also. They have got a very well, always in balance, a body. Now comes the challenge. The ultimate energy, right, will keep on testing these three components. Who is maintaining this body? Only one fellow has the power to maintain. Who? Thinking and, the knower, he is not going to maintain because his job is creation. Okay, the other fellow is administration. But who is the one who is now left with the task of maintaining this body and its balance? All the qualities are well balanced.
Doer.
The doer. Doer is the combination of feeling and desire. Okay? Right? This feeling and desire, this doer is subjected to periodic tests. The first time when the triune self is formed, they are subjected to whether feeling and desire, that gentleman, that component is keeping that body in balance or is it changing. So if a temptation increases. That means a desire is increasing. What will happen? Will the balance be maintained?
No.
The balance will be out of balance, basically. Correct? Or when feeling increases and desire is lower, then also there is an imbalance. Because as long as feeling is equal to desire, the structure will remain. Otherwise, this structure will break down. Okay. So, because of that that failure in the test, assume that the body has now become corrupt. It is no more balanced. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, sir.
This imbalanced body has to be purified again. Who is the person who is maintaining the body? The doer. Okay. Now, the entire doer comes, the mechanism and the system that has been set up will fail. So, a portion of the doer, right? A portion of the doer, 1/12 of the doer to be exact. Okay. What does he do? He will, a portion of the doer, 1/12, will come down to earth, take this imbalanced body, because if the imbalanced body is not there, what will the doer do? He gets suspended, right? He doesn't have any task.
Sir,
Because if
why
the
we,
body is, pardon?
sorry, sir. Why only by 1/12 of the part of the doer is coming down?
Because the body cannot withstand more than that. That levels of energies are very high.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But the body is required for the purification process. Okay. Are you getting me?
So that means it's our souls coming down to get purified.
A portion of your soul,
A portion of our soul. Okay.
which has got a form and it has got a breath.
Okay.
Okay. That is the living soul inside the body. Okay. Right? So, when he comes to the earth, right? So, what is the way the connection is? There is the oversoul, which is having its qualities, but they are all broken down. Correct? Because they are unable to stick together. Okay. Right? So, what I will do, we will stop saying that there are now two components. What has happened? The Purnatma has been broken. Okay. How is the Purnatma broken? The Purnatma is broken into, let us say, one larger entity, which is in the know-how of everything, which has got all of the God's qualities. And there is one component of that which has come to the physical earth to help purify the bodies by practicing the qualities of God. Right? I will just add one more thing. We will continue from here in the next session. If it is tomorrow, it is tomorrow. If it is day after tomorrow, day after tomorrow. You decide. We will just use this half an hour for that. Okay? Okay.
Yes.
Now what is happening is, right? So you have got a component of yourself which has been assigned the responsibility of purifying the body. So ourself has taken one component and assigned it a responsibility. Now, what are these qualities? Right? So here, what I have done is, from the soul purpose and the soul's gift and soul's plan, okay, and ramkrishnamission.org has published these divine virtues which get broken down. I have been able to segregate 35 of them. These are the qualities that we have to pick up, and in a lifetime, you can only take one or two because it is vast. 360 degrees experience that we have to create, out of which we create a purpose of life, a soul plan for a given life. Are you with me so far?
Yes, sir.
Right? Now, he has to come down to earth to practice those. What are these qualities? The qualities of God are broken down into fearlessness, uprightness, non-violence, study of scriptures, study of mind, understanding all the individual components. Correct? Okay. So I just, because I couldn't accommodate all of them within a page, I broke it down into 3 components. Okay. Your fear, your compassion, your ensuring that you are aligned with oneness, all these are the qualities of God, which are within you, but they are all hidden and buried. Because we come to this earth and we start living in what we call Maya. Thinking that in this Mother Earth, the only way we can live is by earning money, hoarding money, and so on. But we forget the constituent of the soul plan, which is a separate exercise. I will take you through that journey also. Now, you are here, you are nurtured in the traditions and practices at home. But are they preparing you from 2 parts of these qualities? There is a spiritual component, there is a physical component. Okay. We are not trained in that part or we are trained in a limited manner. From here starts the theory of karma, reincarnation, etc. But now, so the breakaway of ourselves into smaller component is the relationship between the soul in the body, embodied soul, and that is left with the knower and thinker, and 11 by 12 of the doer component without a body, because that body has come down with us. Right? I would want to stop here and take some questions and continue the remaining maybe tomorrow or day after, whenever you give me the time.
Yes, sir.
Because in half an hour, 45 minutes, we won't be able to do more than this. But we will spend, every time we will start with a little bit of the, just like a TV serial or a soap opera, right? We will start with a basic recap and then continue. But basically, what is a higher soul is now clear to all of you.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have a question. So, in that
Yes.
triune self you gave, so the doer comes down with feeling and desire, like the thinker
A
and doer.
portion of the doer. No.
Yeah, a portion of the doer.
A portion of the doer. Yes.
A portion of the doer comes onto the surface of the earth to
Yes.
experience whatever, like, the feelings and the desires, and to balance them, we came to came on this earth. But the
Very
thinker
good.
and the
Yeah.
knower is still there, or they.
No, knower and thinker are available, and through the doer that is left there,
Okay.
he is going to contact the doer on the earth and give him guidance.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. Very good question. Right. Now you have come to the earth, but you are being trained to sustain yourself in the earth. And you don't even know that you have got your over self sitting somewhere. Okay.
So
At
that
this stage
connection of
where
a
we
higher
are
self.
stopping, you don't know about the existence of the higher self yet.
Oh.
You have gone through the paradigm of living as a mineral, right? From the mineral, you have become a plant in one of your lifetimes. You have become animal. All these components are inside you, in this soul, in this body. Let us try and identify each of them. What is the mineral kingdom inside you?
Maybe the
You're almost there. You're almost there.
flesh.
I can read it.
Flesh,
No, not flesh. There's one
bone.
component before flesh. Exactly. The bone structure, the skeletal structure in our body is the mineral kingdom. Okay. Now, here there is one important cycle I will leave you with and stop. Oh, no, not this. Sorry. Is it not there here in this? One second. Where is that? Okay, that's not here. That is taken from Joe Dispenza's energy to matter. Air is in the energy form, right? Everything there is in the energy form. Let me see if I can quickly. Yeah. I know I put it somewhere, but I couldn't take it there, so I will take this. Okay. Are you with me? Are you able to see the diagram?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let us just understand this formula, and that's it for today. We will, in our next session, we will talk about how the body is formed and so on, so that how do we gain that intellect for us to start looking for our over self. Okay. So now what has happened? The over self has got into a game of separation. Why? Because it's its need. It needs its body purified and back. Purification is equal to 35 divine qualities mastered. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
Right? And the chosen 35 qualities are the ones that you are going to define your soul plan or the purpose of life. Every life will have a purpose. What are you going to do? How are you going to do, etc.? That will be part of the next. But then what is happening? How did this body get created? You have atoms. Let us say you have one atom of salt, one atom of sodium and one atom of chloride. What is the result when they interact?
Sodium chloride.
Sodium chloride. Excellent. That is because there is the pattern, the energy, the information, etc., which is within these atoms that get combined to form a molecule. The molecule is salt, correct? In the environment, this reaction will continue because all those elements are still there. So that will give rise to what we call a chemical. Chemical will have its own changed energy, right? It will have a changed energy. It will have a changed structure. This reaction, continuing reaction, will give rise to what we call a cell. a cell. All these are individual cells, etc. Right? We will come to why that and all. Where did the diagram go? Hey. Right. Yeah. So it has taken a cell. A group of cells will become a tissue. A group of tissues forms an organ. All this is energy that is getting transformed. One second. Ranjita, I'll call you back. Yeah, right? So you have an organ. A group of organs forms a system. What are the systems? Your respiratory system, your digestive system, right? Your healing system or regenerative system, your circulatory system, and so on. All of them are forming, and a group of systems defines a body. So the breakdown version of a human body is atom, right? Now, all of them, because of a pattern, is going through all this transformation to become matter. Everything is energy. Okay? Right? The picture on the right is immaterial for this discussion. Okay? Right? So, we will take one or two questions at this stage. So, what have we gone through? We have gone through the structure of the evolution of the universe from the pre-existing structure post the impact of what? The Big Bang explosion. Then that broke down and out came the realm of intelligence. From there came the realm of permanence. From the realm of permanence, the triune self, right? They broke down and that sent a component with the corrupted body to Mother Earth. Why? Because the consciousness had to be equal to that of the God qualities. Are you with me? So these God qualities is broken down into 35 different qualities, which we have to pick up 360 degrees of each. So in order to pick up that, we take up one or two qualities, define the scenarios, which is the actual enactment of the purpose of life. We will go into the details of what is this purpose of life. But what has happened is, in the Maya of the physical existence, we forgot that we have a higher self. Who is higher self? Or what is the qualification of the higher self?
Ourself, like we are the higher selves.
Beautiful. Ourselves with the know-how.
Okay.
Right? Okay. We'll take some questions now.
Sheetalji.
Yeah. I will stop the sharing. If it is required, I will trigger it on. Yeah. Let's go.
Sheetalji.
Yes, Sheetal ma'am.
Yes, thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful explanation. It's really great to take information and knowledge from you, the wisdom from you. Thank you so much. I would like to ask, like, when you say 360 degree of particular quality that you have to take, please elaborate on that, because what is 360 degree in particular virtue or particular what we say guna? So how that can be imbibed?
Okay. Chalo, let us start with the simplest of them, anger. How many flavors of anger do you have? You can be angry with somebody. You can be angry with a situation. You can be angry with a group of people. You can be angry with yourself also, correct? So how many qualities of anger have I given you? How many shades of anger have you given you now?
Yes,
Boliye,
many.
right? Many, right? Like this,
Yes.
we may probably take 20 lives only to clear the anger qualities, 360 degrees, various flavors. Otherwise, you will get tempted by that situation and you will start bursting out, correct? Are you getting are you able to relate to what that 360-degree comprises of?
Yes, 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 sir.
Correct. Right? Now, anger is one quality of Arshad Varga. Right? But then at one stage, that anger could be the root cause is frustration. Or that anger could mature into greed. Correct? So that is how the qualities get framed. Yeah, very good question. Thank you for that. Next. If no question, then I will give you homework. So understanding all this is the foundation, and to define the strategy, define the learning experiences in an easy enabled manner is recognizing our over self. One question Lalita ji asked in the beginning, how do we, why and how, is a name made available for the over self. Anyone wants to attempt an answer? Even Kirti, it is open to you because you have heard it in the other place.
Sir, it's 10:30. Everyone is sleeping.
Okay, right. Okay, right. Okay, this is a question to which we will find an answer when we start the next session. So, ma'am, when do you want the next session? Let us work out, and let
Yes, sir.
others also who are not there go over the recording so that all of us are on the same plane.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sure, sir. Thank you. Thank you for your wisdom sharing, sir. Thank you so much. Actually, I wanted to, I was very much interested in knowing about the higher self. I'm the first person, I guess, to
Okay,
know about
but
more about
is it
higher self.
laying the foundation for your higher self now?
Yes, sir. Yeah, very much. Very
Right?
much. Because, yeah, I was like little, I have so many confusions were there, but now I'm having that picture, how it came, what happened.
Exactly.
When we
Right.
study about the science also in the, in the books and all, I didn't get much. It didn't go into my brains. Now it went. And I have a question. I
Yeah,
have one
go ahead.
question, sir.
Ask. No, I mean, I am only worried about you people as far as time goes. As far as me, I've got nothing else to do.
One last question.
No, why
Actually,
last? It can be a penultimate also, no problem.
so like the doer, when we came that 1%, 1/12% of the thing, I mean the
No,
part.
I've just given an arbitrary number just to convey this one.
Okay, the
Because 12
portion of
is,
the
no,
portion
it's
of doer,
easy.
yeah, the
I took
portion of
12 from,
doer
yeah,
we came, right? So that is
correct.
called Shiva, right? Normally when we in our
That is the soul in the body.
yeah, that's why they call it as Shiva. The body, okay. Why I used to think why they call, when the knower is there, when the thinker is there, only why they call as a doer part only. I had that confusion. So
Because
that
Shiva is the one, see, one explanation can be that Shiva is the one who has got the guts to break himself down into multiple components. That is why Shivamsham. Shiva's
Shivam.
Amsha is what they say. Correct. But basically, it is a portion of yourself, just like, right, when you are sitting in your office. I'm drawing some pages from Seth Wisdom also. When you are sitting in your office, are you the same person?
I'm the employee or the
No,
yes, I'm the
you are
same person.
confusing with the role as yourself. Got it?
Okay.
Your ego there is controlling and telling you, you continue to be the vice president, even at home. Who will accept you as the vice president at home?
No one.
Right? So, are you recognizing yourself as yourself or attached to the role that you are playing?
As myself.
That is when you will recognize your overself.
Okay.
Otherwise, you will say, I am the mother, I am the daughter, I am so and so, I am so and so. You are fragmenting yourself, correct?
Yes.
But then all these put together is yourself,
Yeah.
right? So a fragment of it. And where will he get the hidden wisdom and his past experience from? Otherwise, it will become like cooking. You could cook the first day. Now, your past wisdom is not stored. So, when you have to cook again the same dish, you have to start from scratch. You don't have to take that approach. Are you with me?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Right? So, you are the custodian of what you have to do, how you have to do, all the wisdom that you have gained is lying somewhere. But you have got separated. When two people fight and they separate, they are a group earlier, they have fought and separated. Okay? They start living in separation only
Yes,
and
sir.
building their grudge against each other.
Yeah.
That means they are increasing the distance. Whereas for you to be unified, right, everything, every particle within you has to be thinking the language of unified.
Yes.
But how to unify? That wisdom is separate from you. You have to go and gather that. How will you do it? You don't have any telephone to pick up the phone and talk to them. You have got only one media. That media is increase your consciousness. How do you increase your consciousness? Initially, if you are hungry, till you feed. Hunger is desire,
Yes.
right? Feeling satiated is the feeling. That means your stomach is full. Till such time, hunger will rule you.
Yes.
Correct? So, when hunger is balanced by the feeling of satiation, then you are ready to do something else. Correct? So, your consciousness also has gone up one level because neither desire is dominating nor feeling is dominated. So, one level you have completed. Like this, you will have multiple levels, correct? Now, let us say while cooking, the vegetable that you prepared got burnt. That means your hunger is incomplete, right? The feeling, correct? So that means you have to repeat that cooking activity. That repetition of cooking activity is your rebirth. Followed? I'm taking examples from our real life so that it becomes clearer.
Yes, sir.
Right? Now you will reincarnate, you'll keep on reincarnating till
feeling is equal to
35
desire.
desire pertaining to each and every scenario which will ultimately be part of the 35 divine lessons. Okay. But you have finished how to manage anger. Okay. Where is the wisdom? You have taken a new birth. It is clouded by your ahankar while you are living on this earth. Okay. That means you are overconfident. Again, confidence is one of the language, one of the parameter. In order to learn how to be confident, you have created scenarios which are going to throw only lack of confidence scenarios at you to test you. When you have learned how to master that, you are at the next level. But yesterday's wisdom, you have to acquire. You don't even know that it is there. So, unified meditation is a pathway which is preparing you to recognize where it is. Right? Because it is energy, you have to only increase your energy levels to get in touch with that. That is why meditation. Now you are able to link all the components, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
It's a good opportunity. I hope some people at least will benefit from this session. This is slightly elaborate than what I did in the, let me call it Kirti's session. That is EST. Yeah. So it's clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Up to
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
The remaining we will create. We will also see how we create that plan, how we get into the connection with our overself.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Is
Sure.
it telepathy? Is it something else? All that we will work on over the next session. Decide, sit with your team, decide and let me know. Right? This time is convenient. It can be any day that you choose.
Okay, sir.
And if there
Sure.
is any interruption, I will tell you in advance so that we just get to postpone the. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And
Thank you.
once I have finished the entire cycle, I will send this document.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yes,
So,
Saujanya ji.
Yeah. Good morning, sir. This is Saujanya. I have a question here. I joined very late,
I know.
very close to the question answer session I joined. But actually, you were explaining and it related to me, so I wanted to ask this. Like, I have been in the path of meditation since 6 months. Okay, but now I understand that my anger, which has turned into a greed or lack of confidence, has created me this situation. Okay. Now, now that is the self-realization I am having at this point of time. Okay, I should not have um, taken some
Anyway, if
trials
you
to get
don't,
in.
no, that's okay. That is how you learn. So I'm happy you have recognized that. Now come out with the question there. I got the
Now,
point what you're, yeah.
so, but the situation is actually like bringing down my confidence level, which even I earlier had. Okay. So for me, it is like, okay, I'm trying to learn learn like how anger will affect a person. But the confidence level is actually decreasing. So
Okay.
how to balance
Very
or
good.
like, yeah,
Excellent question. Excellent question. Why? First point. You do recognize that you have confidence, right?
yeah,
But today that confidence is hidden somewhere,
right,
correct?
right,
So
yes, yes,
let me say, Saujanya, underscore Sri, right? Underscore C. Saujanya, the confident person, and Saujanya, the confident lost, right? So CL.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So you got Saujanya C and one more entity which is Saujanya CL.
Right.
Okay. Right.
Right.
What is it that has built the distance? What are those scenarios that have built that distance? Can you list out? What are those scenarios that have built that distance? List it out. You don't have to say it in public. List it out for yourself. Step one. Once you have understood it, right? What is your plan to overcome that from your side? Maybe you lost confidence because you are in the company of somebody who is highly dominating. You can communicate with them and say, don't dominate me. I respect you. You respect me as I am. Right? Give me time. Just think about this. Do you drive a car now?
No, sir.
You don't. Okay. Do you cook?
Yes, sir.
Very good. You cook, right?
Yeah.
Is the dish that you are preparing, which was prepared earlier, both are the same now, or was that different and is this different now?
No, same, sir. I'm able to cook at the same way before.
No. Yeah, the same way. But then what about the very first time you started cooking that particular dish?
No, like it is refined now. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. So what is in between the two? Practice, right?
Practice. Yeah.
You recognize and live your changed Saujanya. It is not CL, but working towards C. It's so easy for me to give a solution, right? But if you are living in that awareness, when you are meditating, that is the intent with which you are meditating, and slowly letting go those blockages, the inhibitions, right? That is the only way. It is practice, 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 recognizing and increasing your awareness.
Okay.
So what are those scenarios which have built that gap in you? But identification of that becomes the very first thing.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I'm telling you from my personal experience. I have also been through ups and downs like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So identify that something has happened. What is that something?
Okay.
Okay. Because some things you can't share in public.
Right, sir. Right.
Right. But then you, Saujanya C versus Saujanya CN can sit together and identify those, correct?
Right.
Do that as the first step, and then people can note down my number. I am already there in the group, so you will be able to find my number. Contact me.
Okay.
Yeah, very good.
Sir, is it necessary to have an intent before meditating, or like to keep an intent while meditating?
Okay.
Like, is that
Why intent? See, energy. How does energy flow? Where attention goes, energy,
yes, flows
right?
there.
The answer to that question is that. Otherwise, you will get the benefit of the energy, but not focused energy.
Okay. Got it. Got your.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. You got the answer. Thank you.
It's all easy. Saujanya looks like my sister. Be confident always. We all make mistakes. Why do we make mistakes? To learn from them. This confidence loss that you are talking about is the lesson that you have chosen to overcome in this life. So identify it, overcome it. That's it. And when you do the meditation with that intent and focus, it will automatically change.
Okay, sir.
Beautiful question, Saujanya. That becomes the practical application of unified meditation, the meditation as an approach, right? It will start opening. You may start getting experiences in that meditation, saying that you see this, this is where the solution is. That will be the message that you will start getting when you connect with your over self, your past wisdom. It is yours only, but you have to go and collect it. It is the locker. You have to open the locker. Otherwise, you will not be able to access it. Yeah. And each of us have got those kind of situations. All those cupboards are locked and kept with the over self. Go talk to the over self. So if you have to talk to the over self, you have to first connect to him, right? In the energy, the law of attraction, how does it work? First, you need to hook into it. That is through your thought process, your electrical signal. That electrical signal is the intent. Now you have to attract it to you. How will you attract? You need to vibrate at that frequency. Earlier you vibrated, connection established, but you have to draw. That means what your desire is, all your other energies have to match desire. That means the electromagnetic signal radiating from the heart has to pull it. Correct. So again, you have to increase your energy. This time it is electromagnetic signal, not the electrical signal. When you have been able to attract it, it will come to you. After that, you get into the gratitude mode and etc. etc.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Anybody, any other question? Otherwise, we will meet at the next appointed schedule.
Any more questions?
This is like Acharya Sangatya. This is not like any classroom. There are no lecturers. Your questions will teach me. My answers will teach you. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much.
But
I
it is
will-
laying the foundation of what you are looking for, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Right. Okay. Then it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I got answers to many of my questions and how to practice actually. So thank you so much.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,